What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Manny. I don't even know why I'm still doing that, but I gotta think of my own thing. So anyways, it's your boy Manny from callmemanny.com. What I'm gonna be doing today is a video about calling. This right here is going to be me kind of explaining the lyrics to calling so that you guys get a better understanding of what I was thinking as I wrote the lyrics. And so as always, like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you want to be featured in my comments and Q&A video. If you haven't seen that, my last video for time, click here. I don't even know how this pointing thing works on YouTube, but anyways, so there'll be a link in the description. Don't mind me throughout this entire video, y'all. I am sick, and so I'm trying to make it work, but I've been making myself like work on a deadline, so gotta make sure that I'm doing what I can to give you guys the content that you're asking for, and so that might mean working while I'm sick and whatever fucking, you know. Let's get into the video. I still think about you sometimes, I don't know why. You still run around my mind, I'm not gonna lie. I got a couple things I need to tell you, but I'm scared to call you, cause the last time that I heard your voice, you told me goodbye. That's actually kind of funny. I wrote that second part of that part way after. Like, that was like towards the end. Because I originally had the next part that you're gonna hear there, and then it just kind of went right into the hook, and I had a hard time trying to figure out what I was gonna say there. Like, it took a while to like really get that right lyric that I felt like was going to fit and continue the narrative, but that was pretty deep. Like, last time that I heard your voice, you told me goodbye. I like that line. So it's kind of weird how that works out, you know. That was like a last minute line, and it ends up coming out to being one of my favorite lines of the song. So it's cool. I hope that you're doing okay, I'm sure you're fine. Life hasn't been on my side, I'm just getting by. I still remember all the things you told me. The last time I saw you, you said if you ever need me, call me, just hit my line, so I'm calling. That lyric, obviously, that was like the first lyric that I wrote. If you ever need me, call me, just hit my line. I didn't even know what I was gonna like name the song, so I ended up obviously going with calling, but I had hit my line for a little bit. Just didn't feel like it was the right words or the right title for the vibe of the song. I had need me, call me. Calling ended up actually working, and so anyways, that lyric I thought was really cool. So that was how the whole song started. I was literally in my shower and I was like, if you ever need me, call me, just hit my line. And then I was just singing that melody. And I was like, oh, how cool would it be if the beat did the same thing as the lyric? And then poof, and I made it happen. So I'm calling. I'm calling, I'm calling, I'm calling, calling out for you. I've never needed someone to talk to as much as I do right now. So I'm calling, yeah, I'm calling out for you. It just got really emotional when I was writing these lyrics. I didn't really know how to really tie in that emotion when I wrote the hook. What I figured was, I'm kind of at a loss for words, right? How can I express that in the hook? So I made the hook have very little words. In fact, the only words are very, very emotional, which is, I never needed someone to talk to as much as I do right now. Doesn't even rhyme with anything, but it's powerful. That's how like my creative process, like what I was thinking about as I wrote the hook. I've never changed my number, that's by design. Case you ever cared to call me, that you'd have mine. I know you're dealing with your share of problems. That's something we all do, but you always knew exactly what to say every time. I think we all got that kind of person in our lives that they just always say the right thing. And it's actually kind of weird. I feel like we might also be that person for somebody else. I got another song that I haven't released where I wrote a line that said, I'm the best at giving advice, I just don't know how to take it. And it just kind of talks about like how there might be that person that can talk to you and give you like all the advice that you need, and it just means more coming from them. You just can't say it to yourself. I don't know why. Like, you say it to yourself and it doesn't hit you right. I think we all got that kind of person that we could talk to that always knows exactly what to say, you know? I know that we promised we would not cross the line. You and I agreed to leave both our past behind. It contradicts with all the things you told me. The last time I saw you, you said if you ever need me, call me, just hit my line. So I'm calling. So that's just kind of like kind of the conclusion. Like, I know we both promised each other that we wouldn't stay in touch with each other. Yet the last time I saw you, you know, you told me that if I needed you, I could call you. And so I'm calling. So I just thought that was kind of deep, where it was like, a lot of people's relationships kind of end that way, where it's like, let's just leave it at this. Let's just leave it there and kind of move on. We both continue to live each other's, you know, our separate lives. You do your thing, I'll do my thing, and it's over. Just kind of leaving it in a separate place. Like, if you leave a relationship kind of like that, where it's just like, you just feel like you're going in different directions, it's a little bit different than like leaving a relationship because of a, you know, somebody cheated or something like that. It's way different. Like, there's still feelings. I mean, I don't know. That's just my experience. I could be wrong, right? But there's still something, like, you still care about that person. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you know, you move on, you might find somebody else, but that care is still there, right? So it's just interesting, the whole idea where it's like, maybe in the event that something happens, that would be the person that I call. You know what I mean? And we don't really know why he's calling, you know, in the song. I never really kind of like opened that up, you know, just other than the fact that I need somebody to talk to. So it could be a really emotional moment in their life, and hopefully you guys vibe with that. Maybe there's something there, like something emotional that you're going through, and so you just feel that, you know, you feel that same emotion. And so curious to see how y'all react to it. This video is recorded pre-release, and then I'm talking to you about it post-release. So hopefully that makes sense. See, I'm lonely and feeling lonely and low-key. I need my homie to come and hold me and lift me up just like a trophy. Girl, come console me. You the only one who knows me just like I know me. If you don't pick up, I don't know, so come to the phone, please. Still remember all the things you told me. That was actually kind of like one of the first things I wrote for the song. I just really like that kind of like I wrote kind of like that little first, you know, start of the song, minus that extra part that I added, right? And then it went right into the hook and calling. Then I started working on, okay, what are the verses gonna sound like? How am I gonna like kind of map this out over time? And so one of the first things that I wrote was this, because I just really like that melody and that whole idea that like everything I'm saying is O-E, O-E, right? So I'm lonely and feeling lowly and low-key. I need my homie to come and hold me and lift me up like a trophy. I had some more too, like actually had it going way longer than just the 8 bars that it did, but I felt like it was kind of repetitive. From a creative standpoint, it was like, okay, you're just trying to be creative. You're not really doing it for the song, right? And so what was best for the song was kind of keeping it quick, emotional, jump right back into the hook. So yeah, that's behind the lyrics for Calling. It's one of my most emotional tracks. It's my first track of 2020, which is pretty crazy, actually. Now that I'm like saying that out loud, I'm actually kind of like, huh. Anyways, really curious again to see how y'all feel about it. If you'd like to be featured in a Q&A and a comment section, just make sure you leave a comment on this video down below. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, share it with a friend. Make sure you go to callmemanny.com and subscribe to my mailing list for some more exclusive content and a chance to win free merch. I love you guys. And if you give me some time, I can be the man you need. Say what, say what, say what. You know that I need you, baby. Just give